Do you like to NovaSorc? Well, I do. And I NovaSorc with 4 different gear swaps. So whether I'm rushing somebody, magic finding, doing some TZs, or farming something, I'll show you those gear swaps. They might be helpful for you. So here it is. This is going to be the first build, and honestly, I would have to say this is the most budget-friendly build because we are rocking this bad boy. That's right, Sigon's Guard. Man, I remember when I first found this shield. I wonder what shield I got. Oh, nice! Sigon's Guard. Sigon's Guard. I don't even know how to pronounce it. But who cares? I'm keeping you forever. So yeah, I like to rock Sigon Shield because I can push 6.7k Nova damage at 3.8k mana. So I'm just trolling you guys. I actually rock a lidless. Lidless helps me push 4k mana and 6.8 Nova. I'm rocking 130 faster cast rate, negative 40% enemy lightning resist. I pretty much don't have any stat points in strength, dex, vitality, just all energy. So this is an energy NovaSorc build. Similar to one of my previous videos, we're going to discuss that build in here, just not at great depth, but for now we'll talk about this build. So this build is it's pretty fun. It's like a baby infinity sorceress, and that's why I would say I would consider this build the more budget-friendly endgame build that's going to be discussed in this video. And the reason why I say that is because you literally can take off your Griffin's Diadem and you will hit 105 faster cast rate and still hit like 6k Nova damage. And that's because I have a Nova Ormus in here with a 5/5 die facet. I have a lidless, and I love lidless. Like, it brings me back to like the good old days where like lidless was like top tier. The mana after each kill, it was like a mini SOJ, and it had faster cast rate and +1 skills. Like, it was the shield, right? I enjoy rocking the lidless. It just brings me back. Yeah. Amulet, you could rock anything here. You have a lot more. You could item swap a lot more on this build. There's way more flexibility. So even Frostburns, you could remove it if you want to, and put Mage Fist. But what's mandatory is SOJ and a rack, and then boots. You could put whatever you want. But Estudas, that is pretty much what allows you to push those high numbers on this particular build. And this one has a 5/5 die facet. It's a perfect light one with +3 skills. So the next build, you guessed it, the Farmer Sorc. This is a traditional Infinity Sorc. I'm rocking a Nova Ormus on here, and I'm pushing about 5.4k Nova damage, negative resist, a little bit less on the mana, about 3.2k, 105 faster cast rate, but I'm pushing negative 85% enemy lightning resist. So the pro of this build is it shreds. Honestly, it's probably the highest damage build amongst the ones that I'm going to be discussing. But I feel a little bit more squishy with this build. Like, I don't know. I just feel a little bit squishier compared to the rest of the build, and you'll be able to, unless you play through some of these gear swaps, you may have a different opinion. But as I'm playing through, like, that's the feeling I get. But what's dope about the Infinity the Infinity Sorc build is you can play around with your Merc gear. You could run a Plague. You can run an Insight. There's tons of stuff that you can do to your Merc to customize how you want to play. That's probably one of the cool things about this, and you do push good damage. I'm rocking a Griffs, that's kind of normal. That Nova Ormus that I was talking about, you do need a 20% faster cast rate on here. 20% from your Mage Fist or any glove of your choice, and then I got 2 SOJs and an Iraq, and then my caster boots. So I feel like in the Infinity setup, there's there's not too much wiggle room when it comes to your caster amulet, and you're limited on what you could really put in your gloves, right? I prefer Frostburns just to get a little bit more of that mana, but you can only put a 20% faster cast rate glove in here. So everyone knows this build, but I do just want to talk about it just for a little bit. And here is my dream build. I did a previous video on this one, but you guessed it, you're rocking 2 dreams. The real highlight of this particular build is it hits your faster hit recovery breakpoints pretty well. I didn't switch out the charms, but you can do so accordingly. I have a little bit too much strength, but anyways, I'm just trying to pump through the video because I already did an in-depth one on this one. But it highlights 105 faster hit recovery, -10 enemy lightning resist, 74k normal damage, 5.6k Nova, and then 75 all resist in hell. So this dream build, this Dreamy Sorc, this gear swap honestly is the best for switching up when it comes to rushes. Like if you want to rush somebody and you were just leveling a magic finding, you could kind of switch between the tasks fairly effectively because the dream, it's super fun. The aura just kills stuff while you're rushing. If you're magic finding, it's great. Terror zones and like full games, like you're surviving, you're still damaging stuff, and you're just more just support, right? You're not the damage dealer you were being rocking the infinity in your hand as a weapon, right? This particular build, you can even wand, just to troll, just to be fun. It's just the funnest build on this list. The 4th build on this list, this is what I would call the Breakpoint table breaker. You have 200% faster cast rate, 144 faster hit recovery. You're pushing about 2.6k mana, but you do have 75 all resistant hell, and you have 6.3k Nova damage. This is a pretty solid build. You just feel fast as hell with this 200% faster cast rate. I'll go over the build briefly, but it revolves really around Obsession. Obsession really is the staff that's kind of my weapon of choice personally from my NovaSorc. I love this staff. It's got 65% faster cast rate. This one I have +3 Nova and then +2 Lightning Mastery on it. 25% for the life, 19% mana, but 69 all resist. Then I'm rocking Griffins, Viper Magi upped with a 5/5 die facet, 20% faster cast rate amulets, 2 faster cast rate rings, a rack, caster boots, any boots, and then Mage Fist. So the drawback to this build is it's quite expensive to hit 200 faster cast rate. You need that amulet, and it's very expensive, just in general, to get that 20 faster cast rate amulet on a Sorc. In my opinion, one with good stats, if you're just trying to manage like strength reduction, you get what I'm saying? Like if you're trying to maximize and just put it all into energy, you have to make up for it in charms. But overall, this would be your Breakpoint killer right here. It's a solid build. You're pretty durable. I feel more comfortable with 3k and more mana, but honestly, This is pretty good too. And yeah, I don't really have too many issues with mana, even though the faster cast rate, it's 1 frame faster in terms of your Nova. Overall, it's pretty good, but this actually isn't my go-to build. I still got one more. That's right, you guys, a bonus build. So this is my build of choice. It has 7.2k Nova damage, 3.8k mana, 75 all resist, 135% faster cast rate, and 144% hit recovery. This thing honestly feels super solid. It's even got -30 lightning resist. So Obsession is pretty awesome. It's my favorite weapon for Sorceress. This one has 3 Nova, 2 lightning, and then I'm rocking that same Nova Ormus from before with the 5/5 die facet, Griffins 5/5 die facet. Any caster, you don't even need cast rate in here. Just 2 Sorc skills is really all you need. A Nova Ormus, a rack, 2 SOJs, Frostburns, and your boots. Here I do have faster hit recovery charms in there, but to be pushing those numbers, 7.2k Nova, at the faster hit recovery that I got, and with that high of a mana and all resist, I just feel super solid moving around. I'm not really scared of anything as I play through stuff, and I do a lot of damage. It's pretty fun. It's pretty fun. So honestly, that's going to conclude this video. I want to thank you guys all for watching. Peace.